Alright, so I want to start doing a little question of the week type of thing, because I love Q&A, and I don't believe that you can get to know anybody or anything about anybody without asking questions. And, you know, I don't have a huge encyclopedic knowledge of comics. In between the last issue of Spawn that I collected, which was issue 111, and the first issue of American Vampire. Had a huge 12-year gap there because I was raising kids, and so there's a huge gap, which I guess a lot of good things came out because I read a lot of good things that were from that time period. But feel free to ask any question back to me, and maybe there will be something that I can answer that will allow me to go out and figure out the answer, because I like knowing answers to things, especially about something that I'm as passionate about as I am about comics. If there's something I haven't read and I don't have an opinion on, then I should read it, because I will not form an opinion on anything that I haven't read. I won't just take other people's word for the way that something is. I mean, I sat through Batgirl 35 because of the fact that I wanted to form my own opinion. I read all of Age of Ultron because I wanted to form my own opinion. I will sit through bad things. I mean, I may be hated by everybody, but I sat through Watchmen. I mean, I read Watchmen. I know that a lot of people think that's a great comic. I don't necessarily think that's a great comic. I don't even put Watchmen in the top 5 things that I've read from Alan Moore, because he has just so much good stuff. I mean, I believe that if you're making a top 10 list, that the first thing that should be on your top 10 list is Sandman. The first volume of Sandman should be the first thing that is on your to-read list. I believe that Transmetropolitan should be one of the first things that is on your to-read list. I believe that the second volume of Preacher is something that should just be on your list. I mean, you should get volume 1 and read it, but then volume 2 should definitely be on your freaking read list. And I'm not against capes. I mean, I love superheroes, and I recently asked Ghost Critic, of a Daredevil story, because I love Daredevil, and with having a 12-year break in Daredevil, what's good in that area? I want to know. Because I would like to weed my way through not reading all the stuff that was bad. But, I'm going to ask a question. Answer it in the comments. Ask me a question. And next Monday, I will come back and I will try to answer as many of those questions as I can. My question is, you have a time machine, and you can make one trip with it. Where do you go and what do you do? If I had a time machine and I could go anywhere and do anything, I would probably go back and be part of the Bolshevik rebellion. I would go back and I would see what was going on in what I consider to be one of the most important times in history, which is the transfer of power in Russia. I would probably be killed because I don't speak Russian. Maybe I would study Russian prior. I mean, I do have a time machine. Maybe I would study Russian prior to jumping in my time machine, and you know, be able to do that. Surely I'd prep for it. But you know, I would really like to know what exactly went on in that time that changed their country. And you know, other than that, I I mean, there's a lot of times that I would like to go back in. I would like to see an atomic bomb explode. I would like to be like, say, probably that I wouldn't get killed. I would probably like to be like 1952, trip to Las Vegas. I would get to gamble, get to see a little bit of atomic explosion, you know, stuff like that. An atomic explosion that isn't threatening. I don't want to see one that is threatening to me. But, you know, anyway, that's about all I got to say about that. And, you know, I'll get back to, you know, reading comics and such.